welcome back. The lighting is super weird. Sorry, it's like, I don't know, 5:57 on a Wednesday night, and it is dark out, obviously, because it's daylight savings time. And I'm just doing this video tonight because I'm on vacation this week because we were supposed to be in Florida, like I've mentioned in my last video, but we are obviously not, and so I figured I will make use of my free time this week and film a video a little earlier so I'm not scrambling to do it on the weekend. So our medals have yet to come from Run Disney, so still no Run Disney update. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to move on, and I'm going to go to our top 10 Disneyland restaurants, and so that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I again did not confer with my mom on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that she likes the same things as me because we usually do. So I am, again, disclaimer, by no means a Disneyland expert. There are plenty of restaurants I have not eaten at Disneyland. So I know that people are going to be like, well, what about this? But yeah, so I haven't eaten at a lot of places. So these are just the top 10 of the places I went to. Kind of a mix of sit-down restaurants and table service, but I've mostly put table service on this restaurant, or on this list, just because it's, I just saw one I forgot to add on. Now I'm kind of sad about it. All right, maybe I'll give it an honorable mention because you guys know I love that. So, anyway, so I'm going to go by and I also didn't separate the parks because, again, haven't eaten enough places to do that. So I'm going to go just by region. So this does include Downtown Disney restaurants. So without further ado, let's get started. So my first favorite restaurant in no particular order is the Tortilla Joes restaurant. This is, again, in Downtown Disney. They have, it's Mexican, obviously. They have a few little spots there, like they have like a little taqueria, or I'm not gonna butcher any names, but they have like a little window or like a to-go place, I think, that you can go, but they have super good food. They have guacamole that they make to your liking, is what it says on the menu, but they think they make it tableside, or they used to anyway. But their food is so delicious. I think last time I was there, I'm just looking at the menu. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we had enchiladas last time there, enchiladas de mole. But they have really good like tacos, and you can make combos, like you can get tacos and an enchilada. I mean, like most like restaurants, I would say. Last time I was there, I think I had like the carne asada street tacos, and they weren't that good, to be fair, but that was because we had just come from San Diego, which had like amazing street tacos, and so I think I was just like comparing the two in a bad way. But the food otherwise is really good. They have really good nachos there. The portions are humongous, just forewarned. I remember the last time my mom and I went there, we were like barely made a dent in our food. We for sure should have shared, which I think we did the first time, so keep that in mind. If you are not a big eater, then you might want to pick something you can share, and that's where it's nice where you can get like those combination meals, because you can easily share those things. So next up on my list in Downtown Disney is Naples Pizza, and if you have watched any of my videos from Disney World, you would not be surprised by this one because it is pretty much the same thing as Bay Napoli. I don't know if they're both owned by Delaware North. I know the one in Disney World is. I'm not sure if Naples is owned by Delaware North, but it's so close, like I would be surprised if it wasn't, to be honest. So because Disney doesn't own all the restaurants, obviously other places do. So this one has the same type of pizza that Via Napoli has in Epcot at Disney World. So it's like the wood-fired pizza. It's true Italian style pizza based on at least the pizza that I had when I was in Italy. Like fresh everything, fresh tomato sauce, which is mostly just tomato sauce and not a lot of seasoning, really fresh mozzarella and perfect pepperoni, and they have this beautiful patio you can sit outside and eat on. I think there's like even lights at nighttime. It's just a beautiful setting. The food is amazing, and then you look over at the Grand Californian, which is cool, so there's a lot to like about that one. So that was the next on my list, and I think those are the only two I have for let me just make sure. Those are the only two I had. What I noticed on this place was the Yuva Bar and Cafe, which is right in the middle of Disney Springs. It's really cool. It's actually like Downtown Disney. It's like smack dab in the middle, so you kind of have to walk around it, and it just it's a really cool like patio setting. But it's also just the food, similar, I think it's Mexican-ish food, or I think I had like a guacamole like burger or something, but the food was really, really good. And they had great cocktails, but for sure the service was really bad there, if I recall. So Okay, next up, I'm going to go over to the resorts, and we've only ever stayed at the Disneyland Resort, so we've never, the Disneyland Hotel, I should say, so we've never actually eaten at anything at the Grand Californian, so I know there's a lot of places there that I would probably eventually put on the list, like Napa Rose, and we've actually never eaten at Steakhouse 55, at Disneyland Hotel, and we've never eaten at the Storytellers Cafe, so again, this is just what we've eaten at and what I would put in my top 10 if and when, thank God, I should say God willing, that we go back to Disneyland and Disneyland ever opens, then I will gladly do an updated version of this video if we ever get to any of these places. So the two restaurants that I put on my top 10 list are from the Disneyland Hotel, and one is more of a bar, but I'm going to sneak it on anyway, and that's Trader Sam's. So funny story, the Trader Sam's in Disneyland, I think it was, yeah, it's definitely the original. My mom and I went there in 2015. We were like, what is this place? It's so weird. I had no idea that this was like a huge thing in Disney World because it had just opened, I think, in Disney World or somewhere like was opening, something like that. And we were like in there and they were doing all like the weird like music and that type of stuff. And I was like, what is this place? So we actually went outside to eat and drink or have our drinks because we were like so confused by this. But it is a really cool spot. It's actually a lot bigger than the one at Disney World. It also doesn't have the wait. I think we just like walked in the middle of the day. There was no one else in there. But the drinks are obviously amazing. Their menu changes a lot. I think we had a snack there, like, I don't know honestly what we had there, but I'm just looking at it now and none of this looks familiar to me, but it looks like they do have like some jasmine rice and some, oh, this looks good, like some, looks like some panko crusted long beans and ramen and poke bowls. So that looks really cool, but their drinks obviously are their main event, just like they are at Disney World. And I'm trying to think what we had. I actually don't think they're the same drinks that they sell at Disneyland or Disney World that I'm looking at. It looks like some of them are the same, but some of them are different, like the Mosquito Mojito, I think, is called something else. But anyway, it's worth it to go in and enjoy the experience and at least expect that there's going to be crazy things going on and they're going to be saying weird songs because I had no idea what's happening when I was there the first time. So definitely check that out. And then the other one, I debated about putting this on my list because it's a buffet and I don't really love buffets per se, but this is Goofy's Kitchen and we went there for dinner. The one night it actually turned out well because it was like pouring rain that night and it would have been too gross to go to the parks, and we were actually wanting to go to the Halloween. Okay, sorry, my sister called me, so I don't actually know where that cut off. Anyway, Goofy's Kitchen, oh, we were supposed to go to the Halloween party. It was sold out. I was kind of bummed. I tried to get tickets. I literally like desperately tried to get tickets because I had heard if you asked a few places that they would give you some, and they didn't because we had so much fun at the first Halloween party, but it turned out for the best because it was disgusting that night. Anyway, we went to Goofy's Kitchen and it is a buffet. It was kind of a weird experience when we got there. They take your photo with Goofy or with Mickey, like a plastic Mickey or something. I don't remember what happened, but it was kind of a weird experience. They were kind of mean to us and I didn't really have a good feeling about it, but when we sat down, it was a great experience. So it was very similar to Chef Mickey's in terms of like, I think the characters are about the same. And they're also cute in their chef outfits, and it is a buffet, like I said, but the food was actually really good. It's a pretty huge buffet. I would liken it probably to the Cape May Cafe at the Disney's Beach Club. It was that similar in size, maybe not as much of a selection, but still they have like carving station. They had tons of pizzas, chicken nuggets, macaroni and cheese, different pastas, huge salad bar, tons of desserts. I thought it was really, really good food actually, considering we actually don't really, hold on, my watch is trying to get me to exercise. Considering we don't really actually do a lot of, what was I going with this? We don't eat a lot, so buffets don't really work out. This is not where I was going with it, but I'm just going to go with it. We don't eat a lot, so buffets usually don't make a lot of sense to us, for us, I should say, but it was a nice, like, kind of relaxing end to the day, and we waited a long time to meet Goofy, and they almost, like, were trying to get us to leave without meeting Goofy until I was like, it's Goofy's Kitchen, gotta meet Goofy, but the characters were cute. They actually spent a lot of time with us otherwise, and I forgot what else I was going to say about that, but I would recommend it if you have kids. I don't think I'd go back just because we don't have kids with us, but like if my nephew was there, I think he would really enjoy it. So that is it for hotels, and then let's go on to Disney's California Adventure. So in Disney's California Adventure, the first thing on my list is a quick service restaurant, and this is Flos V8 Cafe. So this is the quick service restaurant that is in Cars Land, obviously. We've never eaten anything but breakfast there, in all fairness. And also, in all fairness, it's maybe not the best food I've ever had. But you can't like beat the atmosphere is essentially like why I picked this place. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the menu as we speak. I think we have like waffles. They're okay. I mean, you know, like waffles at Disney, like if you don't get them at a sit-down restaurant or a buffet where they're constantly putting them out, they tend to be pretty cold. Even if you buy them or if you get them like at a hotel cafe, I would say. So, you know, they're standard that breakfast, but it looks like they have an American breakfast, which has like scrambled eggs, French toast, and then, yeah, and we must have gotten kids waffles because I don't actually see it. Anyway, the atmosphere is so cool. They have tons of like tables and all over the place. It literally looks like a gas station inside, obviously themed to Flos V8 in the movies. And the coolest thing is like you can look out the window and see Cars Land, and you can watch Radiator Springs Racers. Now this day we happened to eat here, and Radiator Springs Racers was closed because it was raining, and so we literally sat there and like watched for it to open, which we actually saw it open, so we got to go online, which was cool. So that was like fun part about it. But at dinner I heard their food is really good. So it looks like they have kind of like southern food, so fried chicken and looks like, yeah, pulled pork and tuna fish, chicken club. I thought they had ribs, but I don't see them. But anyway, apparently their breakfast is really good. So that's that. Hey guys, same day, just different clothes, but I am gonna split this video into two. It's pretty long if I don't, so it's like gonna be like 24, 25 minutes if I don't split it. And I don't like listening to myself that long, so I'm sure you don't either. So I'll just make it a short, like 12-minute video-ish, 13-minute video today, and then separate it next week. And it also gives me some more content since I'm running out of ideas. So see you next week for part 2.